Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the time of the Great Resignation. Comment down below if you've recently joined the full-on remote work squad or if you're looking for a fully remote position. If you're new here, my name is Haley Dasovich. I've been traveling full-time and living and working from many different countries all over the world for the last 6 years. And I'm currently working out of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. If the location-independent lifestyle is enticing to you, or if you're now fully remote and you're thinking about your next remote work destination, then I'd love to share my strategies and tips for keeping yourself prepared and organized so you can do the whole remote work thing successfully and for a long period of time. I get by doing this with a little help from my friends over at Notion who have so kindly sponsored this video. So if you want to sign up and try it out for yourself, use my link in the description below. To make this lifestyle work, you need to be super organized, period. Like rock solid time management and productivity systems. Let's get into my top remote work productivity hacks. To be able to function working fully remotely, you need to create a portable office setup that is as light as possible, compact, and easy to pack. For me, I'm a YouTuber and I'm a social media consultant, so I need my laptop, obviously, external hard drives, noise canceling headphones, all of my camera gear, and my notebook. My gear might be a little different from yours, but take a look at your current office setup and ask yourself which of these items will serve a purpose while also allowing you to stay super flexible. For whatever remote work environment you're in, whether that's working from another country or working in a hybrid work environment, you need to be able to work in small spaces. Just in case you show up to a cafe and the only available table is like itty bitty little space. Or at times you might need to work from an airport or a train, maybe on a bus, whatever it is, it's good to stay flexible and it's good to be able to carry everything with you at ease. Another thing is make sure that everything in your backpack is also super organized. Everything needs to have a designated spot to live. If there's anything free floating, it's over. Here are some of the things that I use to keep my things organized inside my backpack. And by the way, all of these are also linked in the description below. This is an organizational pouch made by Side by Side Gear. I use this to store all of my cables, my computer charger, and extension cord. I have hardcover cases for both external hard drives, my noise canceling headphones, and my Nintendo Switch. I have blue light blocker glasses with me that go here. I have built-in pen holders and pencil holders. I have a built-in laptop sleeve, but I also have a laptop pouch for extra protection, especially when I'm traveling and on the move. With all of these productivity programs available, we know we should be using one. But I think the daunting task is figuring out which one to use and how to use it properly. I use Notion, and here's why. It's an all-in-one workspace that is really easy to learn how to use. The way that I see Notion is it's a digital notebook, and I can create a page, and then I can add pages onto that page, and I can add files and links to that page. So let me show you how I use Notion to organize all of my business, my travel planning, and my personal stuff. Let's start at my dashboard, HDHQ. We have a strategic plan. It's called Getting Shit Done. I've customized all of this to make it personal. It's very easy to customize your pages. There's like no learning curve involved using Notion. Let's go down to daily tasks. I denote each month's icon with the flag of the country I'm staying in. The first thing I do in the morning is open my daily tasks to write out what I'm going to do today. I'm also going to open my Google Calendar, which can link directly onto this page. So I have my calendar open. Now let's go into February 24th. The things I'm going to do today are actually what I'm doing right now. So under YouTube, I'm going to create a list right here by clicking on this icon. I'm going to scroll down the drop-down menu, click on to do, so it gives me that checkbox. So these two tasks are going to take me my entire day to finish. I have a few other things I'm working on. So then I go to my Google Calendar and I make my schedule by the hour. So I heavily rely on Notion and Google Drive for all of my organization. Also, here on the dashboard is where I keep all of my resources for content creation and my clients. If we go into content creation, these are the main platforms that I focus on. If we go into YouTube, I've organized all of my current projects, brand partners by month, my current collaborations that I'm working on, all of my ideas that I just like dump into here whenever they pop into my head. And then I have my video upload schedule, which has a calendar of all of my production days, my editing days and my upload days. So over here, I have 4 main categories that I look at. Under education, this is where I take copious notes on all of the platforms I'm learning on. I try to spend 1 hour a week focusing on one segment from one of these categories. You can see under YouTube videos, I have these categories that I've been watching videos on. Under Skillshare, this is where I get a lot of my content organization hacks, my videography and photography. I've taken quite a few master classes that I've made notes on. And then I have podcasts that I listen to and books. Yes, I'm a very meticulous note taker. Under travel planner, this is actually a template that I used from the templates tab right here. And then I just customized this template to make it my own and also to just make it more simplified. So here you can see my travel plans for each month. And if we go into Mexico City, I have a table here that shows my flight and my Airbnb information. I took out most of the details, but I just wanted to show you. This was really easy to set up. There's a preview for all of the options that you have. I just chose this table. This last page here, home life, is what I use for when I'm actually at home in the Bay Area. So it doesn't really apply to me when I'm traveling. I have a list of books at the local library that I'm trying to get through whenever I get home, hikes that I want to go on. Whenever I read about a new restaurant or a new activity or something new that I can explore at home, I add that here. Actually, recipes, this is something that I've been using because I've been cooking a lot of Mexican food. I just add all the recipes that I learned here. So that is how I use Notion to stay organized. It's a very simple organizational program and it's free. There are also so many resources on YouTube to help you learn how to use this program. So if you don't have an organization app or a productivity app, then you can check out Notion. Researching your work areas, knowing where you're gonna get your work done is an essential part of your productivity while you're working remotely. When I'm doing research on my next remote work destination, I have a checklist of things that I look for in my accommodations and my neighborhood. I exclusively stay in Airbnbs because I'm usually on a time crunch and I don't have time to land in that country and jump from hotel to hotel looking for a place to rent. If you had the time to do this, this would be the best way to find an apartment at a much cheaper rate. But what I really like about Airbnb is their insurance policy and their quality assurance, in that if anything goes wrong with your apartment or with your accommodations in any way, Airbnb will help you fix things. The hosts will sometimes go out of their way to make sure that you are comfortable, that you have everything you need. Also, there's a review section. So as long as you read all of the reviews, making sure that the reviews are good about the host, about the space itself, then it will minimize all of the hiccups or the bad surprises in your accommodations. When I'm looking at accommodations, my requirements are a dining table to work at, lots of natural light, a balcony with doors that open for fresh air, and fast Wi-Fi. You need at least 50 to 100 Mbps download speed and at least 10 Mbps upload speed. Then I look around Google Maps for coffee shops and working cafes, grocery stores, maybe gyms too. I don't look at co-working spaces because if I have everything that I just mentioned, I'll be more productive on my own in my Airbnb where I have everything right here. I find it to be very distracting to work at a co-working space or even like a working cafe. I tried working at some remote work cafes in Mexico City and it was way too distracting. I was like bumping up elbows with the people next to me. It was just a little too close for comfort sitting in a crowded space trying to focus in and get my work done. So here's a checklist that I use when I'm planning out my next remote work destination. So you should screenshot this. Where will you live? What type of accommodations are you going to choose? What's the Wi-Fi speed? Where will you work? And what gyms or fitness centers are available? Ideally, once you get to your base, you already have the answers to these questions. If you want to be able to work from anywhere and you want to get your work done efficiently without feeling stressed on time, you absolutely need to travel slowly. If you're moving cities every week trying to work and you're trying to see the sites at the same time, honestly, the most you're going to be seeing is coffee shops and your Airbnb. When you slow your travel time down, this allows you time to actually get all the work done, immerse yourself in the local culture, and see a lot more of the things you want to see without feeling like you you need to cram everything in a weekend. I recommend staying somewhere for a month or longer. If you travel slowly in the beginning, you will have a much better understanding of how much time and how much effort your business needs and your personal responsibilities are, not to mention all of the fun things that you want to do on your off days. And all of this will help you succeed at this lifestyle long term. Remember that you're not taking your gap year to travel. You are maintaining your job with the freedom of being wherever you want to be. If you're moving quickly, I can guarantee that your productivity will suffer and in turn your business will. And you may have to give up your remote work lifestyle. And finally, you need to build the system that works for you so that you can be successful at working remotely long term. So what does a successful system look like? Having a core set of habits, establishing your work routines, and minimizing how much you move. Here's an example of my system. In the morning, I sit down at my dining table workstation and I open 3 things: Notion, my Gmail calendar, and my emails. The first thing I do is update my daily tasks, and then I add them to my calendar with timestamps. I eat an American style breakfast, I put my phone away or I silence it for the first 3 hours of my day. Whatever I have to get done, I make sure to add it into Notion and into my calendar. I have done this morning routine everywhere from Colombia to Pakistan to Borneo. I spend about 20 minutes on Sunday evenings jotting down what my upcoming work week is going to look like. I plan my most challenging jobs in the beginning and the middle of my week so that when Friday comes, I can just catch up on administrative tasks. When I plan ahead and stay organized, I get to spend more time visiting the city that I'm in. I get to spend more time planning exploration and planning activities and just doing the things that I want to do. Also, I try to keep my travel plans all planned out at least 3 months in advance, which gives me enough time to prep and do research. So with all that said, these are some of the systems that worked for me after many trials and tribulations. Here's the thing, with all this freedom, you have to stay in control of your time. You have to be self-disciplined and actually complete the tasks and the projects that will help you earn your income while you're working remotely, you're traveling full-time, having location independence. So find your core system that secures your productivity and brings you financial stability while you're working remotely from anywhere in the world. If you have anything to add to this, please comment down below. Let me know if this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions about remote work life, anything at all, you can drop a comment down below or you can always send me a DM on Instagram. I'm happy to help you in any way. Thank you for watching. Until next time.